wanted to hop on together and discuss a little bit about the overall, I feel, spiritual community and there's so many wonderful and beautiful mentors and coaches out there that just have so much wisdom and knowledge to share with everybody. And it's just a realization, I guess, from Lynn's and mine, our own level of consciousness, and I guess the type of people that are coming towards us and letting us know, I guess, the experiences that they've been having in certain circles and groups and followings, and even just mentors that they look out to and that they're looking for, wisdom and coaching and advice. And I don't know if Lindsay wants to hop in here and just sort of explain, I guess, from like an overall view of what may be happening. And I guess from my view, we're all just operating at our own very unique level of consciousness. And just to be able to use your discernment when sharing your energy with absolutely anybody in this world, whether it be on social media, in your communities, in person. So, yeah, Linz wants to chime in here with her own
No,
experience, I guess, awakening and then coming into this whole brand new world of energy and spirituality just because there's so much information out there.
no, absolutely. And I think this is such an incredible topic to speak about today because I find, and like you had mentioned, so many people are, at their own level of consciousness and their own awareness. And what I find is a lot of people are stuck within that, fourth dimension, third dimension, fourth dimension. And I feel like it can be very, I don't know what the right word is to use. It can be very repetitive when people are stuck in those same cycles of consciousness. They're repeating the same cycles over and over again, and they're not able to fully elevate up into the fifth dimensional like frequency or a higher state of consciousness because there's certain things that they're rewiring, their nervous system is working through that is in not allowing them to elevate their awareness and consciousness. But I find that a lot of the and this isn't to draw out any type of you know hate or anything towards spiritual leaders or influencers that are online, but a lot of
Yeah.
people are a lot of people, including spiritual healers and influencers, are stuck in that 40 consciousness. And it's keeping, people are watching, people are very aware, and it's keeping a lot of people stuck, is what I'm kind of finding, if that makes
Me
sense.
too. And I've been in this community for over 5 years, but the whole entire spiritual, like awakening community for those who are wanting to truly elevate their lives.
Yeah.
But over the years, just even coaching people individually, I find that there's, like you said, so many repetitive cycles when it comes to not only their own karmic loops, but their patterns of thinking within, the neural pathways within their own brains, just based off of who they're influenced by and the type of energy they're attracted to.
Yeah.
And there's so many like powerful mentors. They do have a lot of knowledge. They're very clear channels, but just remember that when you're tapped into anybody, the messages that you're receiving is coming directly from that person's individual experience of the world, how they view the world, their own fear templates, and again, their own fears within their own system and what they're still healing and working through.
Yeah.
So, what Lindsay and I have had to learn in order to elevate into these higher consciousness frequencies and to vibrate at this frequency of love and to be able to share love openly with others is to come back into ourselves and truly listen
Yeah.
and not sort of be taken away by, all the external noise because there is so much out there. Even with regards to the world coming to an end and 3 days of darkness, and that's just a very repeating
Yeah.
timeline that people are driving out there over and over and over. And it's okay to get, I guess, sort of sucked into that for a little bit because it is a part of your awakening. It
Yeah.
helps you awaken from, I believe, third dimensional consciousness into
Hmm.
the fourth dimension because it's like, whoa, this world isn't actually what I anticipated it to be. I can see and I'm experiencing all these new things, and that's a really great place to be. But if you find that you're still sort of connecting into these timelines years later, it's
Right.
maybe a sign that things have to change internally for you to be able to elevate and elevate your soul and evolve. And I think that's why this conversation is so important for us to share today. And it does come from such a place of genuine love and acceptance, I guess, of where everyone's at, but just helping people elevate even more.
I
I
totally
feel,
agree.
and
No,
move
absolutely.
along,
Yeah,
really move along.
absolutely, Britt, you've nailed it completely. And I know for myself, when we go through the depths of this journey, we're always being forced to, remain inward or go inward. And I know for myself speaking, because I was not, I dived into a little bit of that, solar flash or the event or, the external, escapism. Because I wanted an escape from what I was experiencing. And so, like you
Yeah.
said, it's so important to always come back inside because this is where we shift and this is like where we transition. And I find that there are a lot of people that kind of get stuck with the escapism or that external, reality of like something is going to shift outside of
Yeah.
us and then we're going to shift inside, but it's actually the
So,
opposite. It's when we shift inside, everything shifts outside of us. But I do find, and it's, I dived into that as well. I feel like it was a part of my discernment and level of consciousness, how to elevate. It helped me tremendously. Uh-oh, I think we got stuck there for a minute.
sorry about that. Yeah, keep going. Sorry, I had to hit pause.
No, that's okay.
I just forgot to put do not disturb, so I have like background messages popping up. Sorry, everybody,
Oh,
but
yeah,
we can
no,
continue.
that's totally fine. That's awesome. Um, it was a level of discernment on my end, where I really had to trust what I was going through. And it was because of you, and I know I say this to you all the time, that it was like, that really helped elevate my consciousness, where we weren't waiting on some sort of great
No,
grand event. And I thought, if I'm going through all of this, and this is something that I actually really want people to hear today, I feel like my soul, I would have absolutely it would have been a dishonor to my soul to have gone through this journey so in depth and so far, only for some sort of great event to happen outside of me and for that to shift me internally. And I just feel like it's weird. In a sense, it's, we're not listening to ourselves. And it was because of you. I'm like, if Brit can get into 5D in this human form, I know that I can too. And that's what really elevated and shifted my consciousness and my perspective on everything. It was because of you. So thank you.
oh, you're welcome. And absolutely, everybody can and will. It's just all about getting out of your own mind and your own way and knowing that you absolutely do have to put in the hard work. I'm sorry to say you have to put in the hard,
Yeah.
backbreaking, painful internal work to be
Yeah.
able to reach higher frequencies and to embody them and to live in there constantly. And I think, again, exactly what you said with regards to escapism, because I went through it too when I was at the depths of my darkness of this
Yeah.
journey. So much
Right.
was happening to me in my life, homelessness, financial loss. I was being hit really hard. I would admittedly escape to these social circles and these awakening groups talking about, the return of Jesus and the solar flash and new earth and how, those who are awakening are going to go into the new earth and those others will be left behind, and a lot of
Yeah.
fear. And internally, as I was shifting through that, it didn't feel right within my heart. I was like, no, because I can feel the new earth frequencies now. I can feel the love. I can feel the bliss. And I know we can reach and elevate ourselves into those timelines now and have that really deep connection with Yeshua, Jesus, with God,
Absolutely.
absolutely now. It's not some mystical and magical thing that is suddenly going to shift the entire world and then everyone's, levitating and, whatever it is that will
Oh,
allow,
so funny. No, it's
you know
so
what I mean? And
true.
just like we
Yes,
become these like embodied like in beings. No, it's we are still in human form, but having this enlightened experience. And
experience.
it is so beautiful. This is why we came to Earth.
It's
And this is just a
delicious.
reminder to so many of you that we came to be human, to raise families, to have careers, to
Yeah,
live life as a human being, and then also to be enlightened.
it's
So
so
I love what
true.
you said with regards to escapism. I see it all the time, and it's not bad that people are, dipping their toes into those timelines. But this discussion today, we just want to be able to elevate people to the next level so
Yes.
you can get to where we are and what we've discovered, and to let you know that it's true, it's real, it's absolutely achievable. But you do have to put in the hard work, and it's painful.
No, it's very, Great, you nailed it, 1000%. And I think a lot of people will gain so much, perspective, and just a different perspective on maybe what they're experiencing, just even through this episode today, speaking on this, because I feel like it's really important for people to understand, like, we came here to live the human experience. We came here to ground all of our spiritual and enlightenment and all of that incredible
Into the human
knowledge,
body.
the soul knowledge that we have, and we're embodying that in human form. And
Yes.
we get to live this beautiful human experience, and
The
also,
beautiful.
be our higher selves and higher versions of ourselves, enlightened versions of ourselves. So, for people that are tuning in today, like, we're not going anywhere. This
No.
journey is about self, and a lot of this is about healing the soul. So we came here to heal the soul. So, yeah, I just
And to
think,
also rediscover like aspects of us that we may have forgotten about even in past lives, or that we've been through so much trauma and pain that we've chose to set aside, but now it's all being reawakened within us within
yes,
this time, and we're like, wow, I am all these things and so much more. Like, I
so
always just thought I'm a mom, I'm a career woman. No, I'm also an alchemist. I am a medium. I'm psychic. There's so many other things that we could list for one another, right? That's
absolutely.
beyond, our 3D human self. So if you feel again like you're repeating so many loops within the fourth dimensional timelines, I think what's the best advice you would give someone today that they can do to sort of separate themselves, take that step back, and to realign with their heart and with a higher power, whatever your belief may be. It may not be God, it could be the universe.
Right,
Uh,
absolutely. So my biggest advice that I could give people is to, as you're going through the spiritual journey, because I feel like oftentimes when we are so up in the higher realms, we are up. We feel ungrounded. So my biggest advice while we are, up in the higher realms and we're experiencing so much spiritually, is to find ways to navigate your human experience by becoming grounded within the body. When we can become grounded within the body and our physical vessel, it's much easier for us to be able to maintain what's going on up here, and to be able to ground within the physical, if that makes sense, because we are human in a physical body, but we are also, anchoring in so much spiritual knowledge and soul level knowledge. So it's my greatest advice is to become so grounded within the physical, the body, as best as you can while you're going through, so many transitions, and, the spiritual transition. So become grounded in the body as best as we possibly can. And by getting outside, I always say outside in nature has been everything for me to really come inward, where I don't feel separate and I feel one with, the planet and God and the universe when I'm sitting outside. There's no separation. It's all one. And so it really allows me to come back inside and ground.
I agree. And it's also about reconnecting the mind into the body,
Yeah.
because as you spiritually awaken, I mean, you're receiving some massive downloads and information, and you're like, whoa, like, I feel powerful, unstoppable. I'm channeling, I'm interconnected into, other galaxies and other, you know, um, for example, angels. Let's say you're channeling the angelic realm or an archangel, and to be able to bring that information back in and to be within your body
Yeah,
while having, exactly like Lindsay said, while having that experience is going to be so helpful for you, and will make
absolutely.
you realize that um, your internal power, your inner power, essentially.
Absolutely. I think we nailed it. I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that was short and sweet, and there's
yeah,
really not much more to say. But if anyone has additional questions, we can definitely do another conversation on this one, because it's a big one and we
this
see it
is a
all the
big one.
time.
Absolutely. And feel free to reach out to either Britt or I through our social media platforms if you have any questions, or, if you want any more, a topic to be discussed. I think Britt and I are really open to,
Sure, to
really speaking
talk.
about everything and anything.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we'll close this one for today. Thanks, everybody, and we'll
Thank
catch
you.
you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.